Hey, hello everyone, it's Faye and welcome to another speed build video, and I hope you guys having a wonderful day. So for today, I tried to make the build for the recent shell challenge given by Simverin. If you want to try it, you can find this on her gallery under the hashtag of SimShell2024, if I'm correct. Yes. And in here, I tried to make it into a small family home. I think it's a family for 4 members. Yeah. The reason of why I don't remember it like really good is because this last few days, not few, just this last 2 days, I tried to make this build and another build, and whenever I finish one, I just start the other one without doing the voiceovers or anything. So it started to be a little bit confusing, but I do remember it right now. It was a family for 4 members, 2 girls, like one teenager and one like not a toddler, but a little kid. And of course the parents. And another reason why I don't quite like remember it really well because this build is not my first attempt on this challenge. I, it was this shell. It was really like challenging, not challenging from like the layout or anything. It is kind of weird a little bit, but I had like many ideas to start from. Like at first I tried to make it like a Tudor home. Then I jumped like into a little cafe with a small apartment above, just to make it like a split home or something like that. And then I jumped into the world of Tumerang. I tried then to make it like a small little houses between many houses, like just to do place debug apartments, not apartments, but debug houses like next to it, and make this shell into small tiny apartments. And then I just like, this is a lot of work, and with my schedule this week it was a little bit busy, so I tried to make it something a little bit simpler but kind of cute or beautiful or something like that. So I just let those ideas until another time, and then with this shell I just tried to make it into this little family home here in the world of Newcrest on a 20 by 30 lot, I think. Yes. So I also try to make it, even with the family home, I try to make it like a little bit Christmassy since Christmas was just like around the corners. And by the way, I hope you guys had amazing holiday this past week. Um, and at the end, I just like said like, no, just make it a little simple for like everyday home. That's you can play it like whenever you like. So here I just try to give it like a little round porch to give it more space where they can like have somewhere to sit, since the inside is a little bit smaller and the living room is really quite like really so small. I just gave it like one sofa, I think. Yeah. So I just try to make like the outside a little bit more comfortable, and also to give like the outside, give it like that touch of making it seem a little less small than the original shell. I always think like these porches, especially the round porches, give like the houses a little bit of illusion of it's like this house is small. We know that it is small from the inside, but from the outside it looks much different because of this like porches and everything. And yeah, so for the exterior, it did start to come along together. In the front yard, I try to give them like a small parking space for the family car. And here at the backyard, I try to keep it a little bit small. I try to keep it actually a little bit smaller than this, but it turned out just to keep it this way. And just try to give them a space for having their barbecue, also having a swing set for the girls, or even if they have like friends over or anything like that to play with. And yeah, just to have some place to hang out outside and everything besides the sitting area at the porch. Also, for the color scheme, at first, I didn't know actually with what I should like begin with. Um, I felt like really indecisive at that moment to like what colors I should go with and everything. But then when I saw like the stones in the chimney area and the other places, I just like went with the gray colors and like having some like a mix between white, gray, and like a little bit touch of like wood tones and everywhere. Although it is like quite different from the inside. I feel like the inside there is like some places that are like the same as the exterior, but most of the places are just like a little bit not much colorful, but not grayish at the same time, like having some a little bit of color, greens and blues and pinks everywhere and everything. So yeah. And here I just try to make like some plants all over the place. I try to not make like many plants or like that much trees everywhere because at first I tried to make it a little bit of a wintry build. I did try at some point to make like the weather all with snow and everything, but I tried it and I don't know why the front yard it seemed like so empty and missing like a lot of things. So I just decided to keep it in this current weather and just like keep it normal and everything. So here for the floor plan, I did actually tried like some attempts off camera because as you can see it's really small house, and I did try to give like the girls each one their own room and even have the parents like their own ensuite bathroom and everything. So yeah, when I like just the final attempt, I just tried it like on camera and it was like kind of good. So I just gave like the girls their bedrooms and everything upstairs with their own bathroom and everything. Also a little place for studying and just making their homeworks and everything. And for downstairs, I just there's like this little living room or like this living area in front of the entryway, and also the kitchen has also like the dining area just like in the middle of it, so it's like really really small. And I try to make the parents bedroom downstairs and give them like their own bathroom and everything. So yeah, it really like felt kind of really small, but it turned out like really good at the end, so I think that's okay. So here for the living room, I try to keep it like a little bit homey and just a little bit cozy. Um, at first I did went with like the gray color and everything, but at the end I do believe I did change the color of the wallpaper and everything because it was a little bit off. I mean, everything it was like kind of nude and beige and brown everywhere, and the gray wasn't like kind of matching it. So I did change it, I think, to green at the end. So, and here I try to give them like a little place to have like bookshelf just to read or to watch TV or something like that. As for the coffee table, I try to give them this one from I think from Tiny Living. Because I thought the other coffee tables were like kind of big, but this one is like just so perfect for like these tiny areas. And I try to give like a little bit of space for the Sims just to walk in, and also to not just to make the room a little bit less crowded than it already is. So yeah, and here I just tried to change the wallpaper, even though I was like kind of indecisive about it, like changing it from one to another. But at the end, it just like I saw that green and I kind of liked it, so I just tried to search for it like in another simple, not just a simple wallpaper for it. I mean, just like I said before in the last video, when it comes to wallpapers, I my mind is just like shut off, and It just like completely like doesn't think about anything else. I just have to make this room with the perfect wallpaper. It just whenever I try like another one, it feels like it's not the one for it. So I just have to search and search for the exact one. And here we jump in for the kitchen. I at first I tried to make it like a little bit small, just around the corner, but I was thinking about like the family just wanting to cook and another one wants to like wash dishes and everything. So it has to be like in another place, not like crowded in all in one corner of it. I don't know why. I know for the Sims, um it's kind of normal for them, but I always try to think like these kind of builds. I always like think of them a little bit like realistic. So I try to see them from just like in myself in them. Like, am I gonna like cook in that place with someone just beside me, not giving me any space or anything, just like to cook, and the other one like having like preparing something or having some meal or anything. So I just try to give them like a little bit of respected area and feeling like a little bit spacious and yeah. So here, as I said, I gave them like this small dining table here, but I did try it though. It is functional, so anyone who wants to play with it, it is like completely functional, so don't worry about it. And also, I try to give them a little bit of clutter here, just to make it more lived in and a little bit like cozy and everything. And honestly, I really love this dish rack from for rent bag. It was like the perfect Clara for every kitchen. The moment I saw it when the expansion pack got released, it was like, this is so perfect. This is so amazing. It makes the kitchen feels like really realistic, not just like um from just like a game or something, but it feels like these kind of homes and builds are really like realistic and we feel them like in the real life. And yeah, so here I just try to make a little bit of posters and just like tables for the family, like the activities and everything, just like the schedule and their time and all that. And just like make sure like um just to make the house seem like there is some kids around, like just not just like adults or something like that. So yeah, and I really love this kind of postcards from base game. It makes you feel like the family got like posters from all around the places they travel or anything like that. I don't know how to explain it, but I really like really love it. And here we jump in like for the parents' bedroom. I try to make it kind of simple, not having like much clutter around or anything, but at the same time, it's kind of cozy or something like that. So I really like the color scheme I went to here, like just beige and a little bit not blue, but I don't know what color it is, but a little bit like between blue and green. I don't know what color it is, but anyway, you get the idea. And here for the bathroom, it was like a little bit, just a small one, like a standard bathroom, not bedroom. So I just made it like with a sink and a um bathtub with a toilet around there. But at the same time, I try to give them a little bit of clutter around the sink area just to make it feel like the parents they are living there and every day, like not going up to the bathroom upstairs. So yeah. So for the clutter, I placed most of them from the bathroom clutter kit. I think the name it is, yeah. Um, I just love how the Sims like just made different packs for different places, like the bathroom clutter and others. Like each gets for a specific thing. It just made it like with more. It made the items more. How can I say? It's customizable and everything. So like with this bathroom, before we didn't have like much of them, but right now there is like much decorations and clutter everywhere. So I really love these kind of kids and everything. So yeah. And here I just went back to the parents' bedroom to place the curtains and also for the kitchen because sometimes I just forget things like places to place some things or anything. Actually, it's not just about the game, but even in real life. Especially when I read something, like when especially with like text or anything, I don't read like the whole thing. I read like the first sentence, and even if it's long, I'll be like jumping from sentence to another one. I do get the idea, not that but I don't read everything. I don't know why. So, and this kind of thing, I try to stop it, like just to come back and read everything and all that. But it kind of goes even in the game when I build and everything. I just jump to the other place without like completing the other one. But I try not to most of the days. So here we just jump into upstairs, um, to the little kid room. I try to make it a little bit of pink since she is a little girl, not like the teenager. She's um the other one would have like a little bit girly, but at the same time not really pink, since like teenage girls mostly don't like pink. Not most of them, but I do get like the teenagers not into like that color of pink since they were children. They try nowadays like just to change their themes and everything. But then I don't know. This is just my idea about this one, not about all the teenagers. So yeah, just for a little kid, I tried to make her room a little bit pink with color everywhere with the pink tones and everything, but at the same time, it's like having some other colors like white and blue and just a little bit of color here and there. And herefore, I gave her beside the study area in the other room. I tried to give her a little desk here just to play and having like she's a little kid. She's gonna have like these projects or just school projects or anything like that, just to organize everything she has in her room. But also at the same time, since she does have like a real small bedroom, I couldn't like place many clutter or toys for her or anything like that. I just try to keep it a little bit simple, um, and just a place for her to move or anything like that. I mean, just to keep her room a little bit not too crowded or something like that. But mostly like to keep it more girly, and also like I didn't have much space to place a plant, and I don't know why for me every room has to have like this plant, so I just gave her like this hanging plant from above. So here we jumped into the teenage bedroom. It's not quite like spacious, but it is kind of long than the other one. So I did give her like a bigger bed. And here I try to give her like a little tray where she can just place her things. I don't know, just I just imagine it like to place her things above the bed or something like that. I know teenagers, we do that all the time. I still do that even right now. So yeah. And I tried, as I said before, I didn't want to give her like, I imagined this teenager not having that urge to have everything in pink, at least not like me, but a little bit like yellowish or something like that. Like she does like pink, but I imagined her like she just changed her mind and her taste and everything once she started to becoming more teenager or something like that. I don't know why. I just whenever I try to build or whenever I build something on The Sims, I try to imagine it with with these characters like The Sims. They should have like the story, especially with family builds or anything like that. I just try to imagine the family, each member having their own story and like their how the character is, just to know how their rooms are gonna be, and yeah, just like this their tastes and everything like that. And here I try to give her a more girly stuff like the makeup and the jewelry and everything, and I try to make the place in front of the wardrobe a little bit um just not too crowded. just not too crowded, like in front of the mirror and everything, because I kind of imagined her like trying outfits and see if this fits and just trying things and make just have fun in her room or something like that. And I also imagined her like trying to make her bedroom a little bit more cozy, so I placed like this scented candle just beside her bed with her phone and just some books to read like at nights or something like that. And here for for the bathroom, I try to make them like two sinks. They still function actually. I did try them like off the camera just to see if they are functional, and they really are. I had some doubts at first, but thankfully they are. So I try to make them like two things just for the girls to not have like some fights or anything like that between the siblings. They always try to, especially when there's like a teenager and the younger sibling, they always like the teenager trying to be like, no, I'm first or something like that. So I just try to make for them like separate places, like just to prepare themselves or even like to have fun between each other and something like that. I also try to place some of the color from the bathroom color again, just to make it a little bit more homey and really lived in, because I really like the color from the bathroom color kit. It makes it just so cute, and for the girls it makes it like really beautiful. And here for the study area, I try to have a little bit of chimney there just to make the place a little bit cozy, especially at winter and cold days and everything, just to make them want to study more and not to get lazy or something like that. And I try to give them like some bookshelves just to have some books to read and study and be really focused in their studies and everything. So I try to keep this room just for like, I just imagined it that they just study in them. Maybe they will play in the computer sometimes, but for just for my imagination, I just imagined it like to be just for the studies. So yeah, and here I give them like also for the desk, I try to decorate it with some color and makes it a little more cute, and having like some plants and just to make it more girly for the girls and everything like that. So yeah. And here for the lamp desk, I tried to make another one, but I just couldn't find like the perfect one. And this one from Book Nook Kids, I really love it, so I just go for it and every time. And here above the fireplace, I just try to make a little bit clutter over there, and I remember these plants from Discovery University that they have these cute little faces on them, and I just on the pots and everything, and I really loved it. So I was like searching for it, and then I placed it there. And yeah, I think that's it for this room. I just came back just to have some details on it, like a little bit more perfect. I'm not trying to make it really perfect, but I always like notice this kind of little things like the curtains just above the clutter or something like that. I really don't like to see it. That's why I came back every time just to check it and to see if everything is good. So here I'm trying to um just place the lamps over the rooms. I don't know why I always at every build, even in the auto ones, like even in off camera, I always forget the lamps until the very end of the build, and then I just try to find something like um just goes with every room. And yeah, so here I'm just jumping back to the exterior just to decorate a little bit the porch area and having some places to just like to sit and just to hang out and to have fun out in the outdoors and everything like that. Um, Also, to just place the lamps in the exterior, I forgot to do them as usual. So I just came back to put them in the front, also in the yards and everything. I also tried to make these lamps from what's the pack called? It's the pack for the kids. I really don't remember it. But this lamps, I really like them, and I felt that the backyard was a little bit empty, but I didn't want to overdo it. So I thought maybe these lamps will make it more like cozy and just more beautiful and more cute. And yeah. So that's it for today's video, and you can find this house on the gallery. My ID is FayMoon98. Also will be under the hashtag FayMoon. And if you want the tray files, you can find them in my Patreon, which will be links in the description box down below, as well as my Instagram account. Um, and I hope you guys had a wonderful time watching this video, and thank you so much, and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.